Now to set the isolastics at long last. It's taken a while, right? So we're going to peel back this rubber gaiter that will hopefully expose the adjusting collar. There's the little clip we'll have to take off and we'll set to one side if we can here. And then using the little Tommy bar, we are going to, well, first of all measure the current gap and then set it to 10,000ths, while at the same time moving the engine over to give the best possible reading. This is easier said than done. It says roll it back. Okay. That would be easier on this side. There's a lot going on here. I will try to explain this as best as I possibly can, but it's tricky. Yeah, this side here, the rubber pulls back quite nicely actually, and so you can see that it's quite easy to get into and measure the shim gap there. But round the other side, it's a different story. It's pretty tricky. I'm going to try and see if I can show you, but it's very difficult to get in there, not just to pull the rubber back, but to get in and adjust it. What you'll see is I'm actually looking down the frame and you can't even see the adjuster down there. It's all fingers and thumbs once you try and adjust. So having a bit of a difficulty trying to film this, you basically just got to get your hands in and swivel things around with your fingers. Let me see if I can get a better shot. Yeah, this is probably the best shot I can give you right now. This is the right hand timing side gaiter that I'm prying back, and you can see the clip, and then actually right between the clip opening is one of the holes of the adjusters. So I think possibly adjusting it will be a matter of just putting in the Tommy bar between there and then turning left to right depending on what I need to change the thicknesses to. Of course there's the PTFE washer here, and then same on the other side. Here actually. So and then I need to pry over the engine as well to give the best indicator of the gap, and then I might adjust from the top. Maybe from even underneath might be better. I hope this clip gives a little bit of a better indicator of what needs to be done. If you can see in there, I've installed the Tommy bar, the little adjusting bar, into, gosh, I'm sorry guys, you can't see it down there. So it took a little while to figure it out, but the answer wasn't going from the top or from the side or the bottom, but actually from behind. And so here we get the best view I think possible of the front Isolastics unit. So with that, I'm going to try and adjust from here instead. So as I draw back the rubber, you can see the clip there, and also one of the adjusting holes. So I've just looked across the unit and there's no slackness whatsoever, and so I'm just going to slacken it off by 2 holes for now, before measuring again with shims. It's just there's just no clearance at all at the moment. So here goes, get the little bar. So ideally, remembering those marks there, not that these are reference for anything other than just to serve as a witness, I'm going to try and turn it 2 holes, which should be 10,000ths. So if I loosen this by 2 holes, I will essentially draw this unit off the main bar, the main thread, and therefore creating more clearance. So I'm going to use this line here, and this hole here. I'm going to do, say, try that. Oh gosh. One. Maybe there. Would you say that was 2? Yeah, about 2, a bit more. That's 2 holes, which should be 10,000ths. I'm just going to check now to see if this has introduced any clearance. Well, that didn't make any difference, so I slackened it off 1 more hole, and what I found is by prying the engine over, just using this wooden dowel, it has just opened up. It's pretty tight, but it's nipping that now when I release the bar, so it will just pull out, but I'll show you what happens when. Now what you'll see as I pry the engine over, this feeler gauge will drop out. It certainly gets looser, and so I can just feel it, just a tiny bit. It's kind of like a little bit of a torque wrench, you know, and you just feel that click, and I can see it visibly opening up just a little bit. So it's pried open now, or pried to one side I should say, the engine. I'm getting a 10 feeler gauge in quite easily with the engine pushed over. It's a little tighter at the front. I need another hand. Yeah, that's going in quite easily. So I think I'm there. Yeah, I don't think it would accept any more than 10 right now. So as I let go, you know, it's a very snug, tight fit. But essentially I think we're there at 10. Yeah, probably a little less. But then, you know, so we'll tighten this all up now. And that should be it anyway for the first round. The next round will be after a little bit of riding and everything has settled in. And if it's a little tighter than I expect and everything feels fine, I'm not going to worry about it. So that's the front isolastic unit completed. I just have to lock everything else back up now. And then I'm going to move on to the head steady unit. The rear isolastics I think I'm going to have to save for another day, because I've got an event coming up on Saturday, so haven't got much time, and if this is anything to go by, that is going to be twice as much work, if not 10 times as much work. So that's it for now. I'll do a quick final review afterwards with some lessons learned, pros and cons, that sort of thing, but that's the front unit done for now.